I think unless the organisers decree otherwise, I will use the last few minutes in addressing some of the questions that I didn't have a chance to do justice to in this morning's session. These relate to the Qasida, the Ta'iyya of Imam al-Haddad. One of the advantages of this system of having everything on scraps of paper is that one can, through a discrete sleight of hand, suppress the questions that are simply too difficult. You don't have to say La Adri all the time, as Imam Malik did. All right, let's start with the difficult one. Can you please explain the station of Fana? Well, no, I can't, because this is a Hal Dhawqiyya, which cannot be expressed in words. At the highest levels of the path, the people of Tasawwuf make it clear that human language really is inadequate, and these are just indications that make sense only to those who have tasted these things. Imam al-Ghazali frequently uses the word dhawq, or taste, and it's a commonplace of Sufism that you cannot understand the terminology unless you know what it is indicating. Just as you cannot explain the beauty of the moon to a man who has never opened his eyes, or the taste of honey to somebody who has never tasted honey, so too the delight of proximity to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cannot be described to those who have not known it, because it is something that is categorically new. Fana, usually translated as annihilation, and what it means is the grinding away through processes of ibadah and dhikr and self-purification of the coarsenesses of the heart. The heart's metaphor is the mirror, and upon the mirror there is the rust. كَلَا بَلْ رَانَ عَلَى قُلُوبِهِمْ. The Quran speaks of a rust that is over people's hearts because of what they used to acquire, their sinfulness, their attitudes, their distraction. The function of Sufism throughout is to polish away this rust. When the rust is removed, the mirror is there, and a mirror is by its nature invisible when it's pure. And so too is the state of the annihilated servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when he is in this maqam. And in that mirror, the mirror of his heart, because of where he is facing, only the glory of al-haq blazes. That's what's meant by the station of annihilation. It's not a fusion of two essences, it's not ittihad or hulul, these heretical principles that Imam al-Haddad condemns so roundly, because it is not the union of the nature of the abd with the nature of the ma'bud. That would be an impossibility. It's not a union at all. We don't use that term. It's not an incarnation. The subject-object distinction is completely erased because the human subject no longer exists at that stage.